So I admit up front to being a little bit biased about this wine, the 2009 Young Inglewood Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, because the people that own the winery and make this wine are friends of mine. They actually used to own a software company in Huntsville, and I suspect they were pretty successful in that business in Huntsville because they were very, very important customers of ours and developed into good friends over time. They moved to Napa a few years ago and bought the old Jaeger estate south of St. Helena, which is a historically important producer of Cabernet Sauvignon. They made some really great wines. And now they own that winery and they're making 100% Cabernet. Well, they make one wine, which is Cabernet Sauvignon. They grow some Petit Verdot, Malbec, and Cabernet Franc. This is their initial commercial vintage, the first vintage that they've released. It's extraordinary. The vineyard is in an alluvial fan south of St. Helena, between St. Helena and Rutherford. So you get that those characteristics in the wine, both the St. Helena fruit and then the Rutherford bench dust, what they call Rutherford dust that comes through in the wines from there. It's marvelous. The vines are 50 years old. The very deep root systems, very developed root systems, so you get mature fruit flavors. The wine is, especially for a first vintage, the wine is extraordinary. Really deep, rich, dark fruit, blackberries, black currants, black raspberries, soft, velvety tannins, a long, luscious finish with some backbone for aging. I would say ideally you'd give this wine 5 or 6 years in your cellar, and then you could drink it 10, 15 years beyond that if you have a 55-degree cellar. Other than that, you could open it today and drink it tomorrow night and it'd be really, really great with some short ribs or something like that. If I had, for numerical purposes, I would say 94 to 96 points, which is, in my mind, about as good as Napa Valley Cabernet gets. It's not inexpensive, but relative to other real top Napa Cabernets, it is much less expensive than wines of the same quality. 400 cases a year of production, as opposed to 20, 25, 30,000 cases of some of the other top Napa Cabernets. I can't recommend it too highly. It's really a marvelous wine. You can be one of the first people to own some. This has just been released. 2009 Young Inglewood Cabernet Sauvignon from the Napa Valley. It's really, really a marvelous wine. Thanks for watching. Cheers.